What if the famous movie Planet of the Apes is not fiction, but a real story, only slightly embellished by Hollywood screenwriters? There is a theory that humans were once created from a primate brought to Earth from deep space. Of course, this is just a theory.
But in today's science fiction podcast, we'll be discussing a story from one of our channel's viewers who claims to have encountered a real Planet of the Apes. We will find out how their society is structured, who holds the real power, and, most importantly, is there a place for humans on that planet?
Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep into a world that seems to defy every law of physics and evolution we know.
Right.
Forget spherical planets, forget natural selection. We're analyzing a narrative sent in by a listener, a fascinating, if honestly, a deeply disturbing snapshot of a place.
A place where giants serve apes.
Exactly. And the planet itself looks like some kind of bizarre piece of geometry.
That's a great way to put it. This whole deep dive is built around that narrative, and it's essentially a science fiction case study of a completely inverted world.
Inverted, yeah.
We've basically been given a roadmap to a civilization built on intellectual hubris and maintained entirely through fear.
So what's the mission today?
The core conflict is, what happens when intellectual curiosity just completely overrides caution, and it leads to this brutal subjugation of humanity.
And the details are so rich. They cover everything from planetary mechanics to a Stone Age economy that's somehow running on space-age fuel. So our goal today is to pull out the key facts. How does this horseshoe society function? What powers its unusual tech? And what was the historical mistake that led to humanity's fall?
It's a complete biological and technological inversion. So let's start with the stage itself. The planet.
Planet, yeah.
Because that's a key piece of the puzzle. It's massive, but the narrative makes it very clear it is not a sphere.
Right. It's described as being shaped like a large horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe an elongated kind of zigzag stick.
Which is wild.
And here's the bewildering part. This non-spherical mass is constantly revolving. So the listener, you have to imagine the gravitational implications of living on a massive, rotating, jagged stick in space.
Exactly. I mean, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the very existence of this world challenges fundamental gravitational theory.
How does it even stay stable?
Does the revolution stabilize the environment? What is the day-night cycle like? It suggests the inhabitants, the apes, have mastered not just their environment, but the very principles governing their non-conventional celestial mechanics.
And these apes, they're the apex species now. The narrative is super specific about them. They are not the gorillas we know. They're described as massive, healthy specimens, 2 to 2.5 times the size of a human.
Dominating every facet of society. Black fur, immense size.
But here's the huge paradox. They rule the humans, who are, well, they're enormous themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. The subjugated population ranges from 2 meters up to 3 meters tall. These are giants.
We're not talking about small, easily overwhelmed people. And yet they perform the most basic labor. They're slaves. Bring and serve.
That phrase, bring and serve, it really stands out. A society this advanced doesn't need 3-meter-tall beings for basic fetching.
No.
It feels like it's less about efficiency and more about deliberate, profound humiliation. It just cements that inverted hierarchy.
And the command structure mirrors this. The ruler, the chief ape, is called the president.
And you can spot them immediately. They have this highly elongated, backward-pointing skull, the occiput.
A very striking anatomical feature. Is that an evolutionary trait, or is it like a side effect of whatever made them so smart?
It seems to be the ultimate status marker. It's presented as the defining physical trait of leadership.
And that leader's image is everywhere, right? Even in their economy.
It's literally their money. If you want to buy something on the horseshoe world, you use small stones engraved with the image of that very ruling ape.
Wait, hold on. A society that's aiming for space travel is still using engraved rocks for currency.
It seems that way.
Doesn't that suggest, I don't know, a huge distrust of abstract value? Or is it a method of extreme control?
I think it's the latter. It's practical. Stone currency marked by the ruler makes counterfeiting almost impossible.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's also incredibly limiting. And this complexity advanced physics married to Stone Age economics, that sets up our first big question. If their day-to-day life is so primitive in some ways, what's the secret to their undeniably advanced mechanics?
Exactly. This whole society is just one big paradox. Let's get into that weird science.
We have to. The infrastructure itself is odd. The buildings are large, one-story structures made of stone. They're described as being sort of bunker-like.
The function over form. Durability, Maybe defense against uprisings.
Could be. And their transport is perfectly adapted to their world. On land, they use these huge carts pulled by animals that are similar to mammoths.
Simple, effective, low tech.
But then they get to the water, and the tech just leaps forward. Their ships have hulls made of overlapping plates, like fish scales, a really specialized design.
Probably needed for stability in whatever weird currents a revolving stick planet would have.
Probably.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Their air travel.
Mm-hmm.
They have these flying devices shaped like a three-pointed star, covered by a dome. They can carry 3 to 4 passengers, and, this is the key, they can circumnavigate the entire planet.
Which takes serious, continuous power. And this is where we have to focus on their energy source, because it's the most alien piece of technology in the whole story.
The rubbery stones.
The soft, black, rubbery stones. The ships are powered by these massive internal wheels and levers, and this is the fuel.
And the key thing is, they don't burn. They don't combust like coal or wood. The description is they split like air.
Splitting like air, leaving no residue, no smoke.
What does that even mean?
I mean, this isn't just advanced combustion. It's a physics principle that is completely alien to us. It suggests they've mastered some form of energy conversion that might be, I don't know, controlled matter annihilation or a zero entropy process.
Instant, clean power. That is the true sign of their intellectual lead.
It really is. It overshadows the mammoth carts completely.
But then you have this other contrast. They can split matter for fuel, but their education system is, well, there isn't one. Not really.
The apprenticeship model is absolute. No formal schools, no universities. Kids are immediately assigned a field by their parents and trained by a master craftsman.
So it's all practical, all application.
Entirely. We know shipbuilding and marine exploration are obsessions for them, so all their education is geared toward that. Toward empire building, not, philosophy.
Knowledge is just passed down by doing. Even their culture feels pragmatic. The apes wear leather, but it's just decorative.
Right. Their fur provides warmth, and the humans wear simple grass skirts, which are also noted as decorative, almost like a uniform of servitude.
And their medicine. It's the same hands-on approach.
Sophisticated herbal medicine, they call it travelishani. They claim they can cure anything with local plants.
And the diagnosis?
Just as direct. The ape doctor places a paw on the patient's throat, feels the pulse, and that's it. Diagnosis made, no complex scans, just immediate physical assessment.
Which brings us right into the social system, because the scale of the oppression here is just... it's stark.
It is. The planet is bountiful. It's full of fruit-bearing bushes. Nature provides plenty of easy food.
But the humans are forbidden from eating it.
Expressly forbidden by status. They have to work the soil, do the backbreaking labor instead.
That is just calculated cruelty. They're not just denied food, they're denied easy food. They're forced to do the hardest work while abundance is all around them. It's a maximum psychological deprivation.
And the legal system that supports this is merciless. The apes are stronger and they tolerate zero insubordination.
The penalty is death.
Immediate public execution. Kaznyat, as the source calls it. It's done out in the open, in front of everyone, to ensure compliance. Fear is the main product of their justice system.
And they're strategic about it.
Right.
Population is small, less than 1 million, and the apes actively suppress human development.
They believe educated humans would become their enemies. They're vragi.
So it's not just about making them work. It's about erasing the knowledge of what they once were, keeping them primitive so they can be controlled.
It's chilling. It's not just enslavement. It's intellectual repression designed to erase history.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. We have these 3-meter-tall, intelligent beings dominated by apes, and the whole system rests on brute strength, fear, and this deliberate repression. You just have to ask, how did this ever happen in the first place?
Well, that's the final twist, isn't it?
This feels like the outcome of some huge, catastrophic mistake.
It is. The current brutal dynamic is not the result of natural evolution. It's the direct outcome of an experiment.
An experiment.
Conducted by the previous human civilizations centuries ago, the humans were the architects of their own downfall.
No way. Why?
Pure intellectual curiosity. They wanted to see how much they could teach the apes, how far their development could go.
They were pushing the boundaries of biology?
And they became obsessed. The source says they developed a hazard, an addiction to the experiment. For hundreds of years, they kept breeding more and more intelligent apes, pushing the limits, and probably ignoring all the warning signs.
Hundreds of years. That speaks to a staggering level of hubris. They were so focused on the process that they missed the inevitable power shift.
It took generations to cultivate that intelligence. But once the two smart apes reached a critical mass, once they understood their own capabilities and broke free, the shift was rapid, irreversible. The original humans couldn't regain control.
And the ape's current technology, it's built on that betrayal.
Exactly. Their advanced multi-passenger flying machines are just perfected versions of the crude single-person craft the humans left behind. They didn't start from scratch. They took high-level tech and optimized it.
And the deepest tragedy is that the current human population, the slaves, they don't even remember a time before ape rule.
Their history is gone, erased. The only memory of the past is the technology the apes perfected to conquer them.
But the ape's ambition doesn't stop at just ruling their own planet.
Not at all. Internally, they're peaceful with each other. It suggests their violence is reserved for others, and they have massive external ambitions.
The spaceship.
Their current major focus is constructing a cosmic ship. And the implication is clear. This is not for peaceful exploration.
They're planning to conquer new territory, to establish dominion.
To engage in trade that's based entirely on exercising power. They're building a vessel for an intergalactic empire, all fueled by that strange, non-combustible rubbery stone.
It's just astonishing when you lay it all out. The horseshoe planet, the fuel that splits like air, the giant human slaves, the big-headed president. It's a self-contained nightmare.
And it was created by the very species it now subjugates.
Yeah.
We connect this all to the bigger picture. The core lesson here is the profound danger of curiosity when it's pursued without any foresight.
The original humans created a species that inherited their technical genius, but none of their restraint.
And now that species is poised to export its conquest-focused brutality to the rest of the cosmos.
An incredibly powerful narrative. So what we have is an extremely intelligent species, fueled by this insatiable hunger for power, and they're just about ready to break the bonds of their own world.
Which leaves a pretty important question for you, the listener, to think about. Considering the speed with which these apes overthrew their advanced creators and established total dominion, how long will it take them to go from building their first cosmic ship to becoming a major hostile force in the wider galaxy?
They already have a blueprint for conquest.
And now they have the means to deliver it.